charged. Okay, so I can pick this up so I don't trip all over myself. I'm going to move this over here. Okay. Can it see the board in color? Maybe I need to bring it up closer. Let's see. I don't know if I can bring it up. I don't know. Oh, it's getting a little fuzzy. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think it'll let me. Oh, there it is. It's focusing a lot better. I can't hold it up like this. Let's see. Let's see. Still don't get it. Okay, that's okay. We'll just leave it like it is. If it chimes in, it chimes in. If it doesn't, it's okay. All right. So on the board here, we're looking at the CMS 1500 claim. Okay. Now coming down here, the place of service codes that y'all just read right here. Okay. That's where the place of service codes go. So if it was done in a doctor's office, you're going to put 11. If it was the office visit was done on the rounds at the hospital, you're going to use place of service 21. If his services was done at an outpatient surgical facility, you're going to use a place of service 22. Okay. Now these are the dates of services, and like I said in the book, it's situational. Okay. On the claim form, what it means is that, let's suppose if the patient was seeing a doctor on June 5th, okay, and he saw the doctor and the doctor did 3 different things. First line would be the office visit, always the first line is the office visit. Second line, it doesn't matter, it's situational. It can be so your CPT code goes right here. See that? This is box 24. Is it 24 on y'all sheet?
Yes.
Okay. So this is 24A, B, C, D. So the 24D is where the procedure codes go, okay, from the CPT book, okay? Now, going over here where it says modifier, remember we talked about modifier the other day? And modifiers are like adjectives to further explain what the procedure code is used for, okay? And so over here we have the diagnosis pointer. Okay, so let's go back over here to line 1 on this side of the screen. Okay, so the office visit is always placed on the first line. Okay, then on line 2, let's suppose he did a lab, maybe urinalysis in the office, maybe he did a complete blood count in the office. That goes on the second line. Let's suppose he did a chest x-ray on the patient. That could be on the third line. Now, the second line could be the chest x-ray. The third line could be the lab. It doesn't matter. It's situational. Okay, that's what it means by that. Okay. Now, let's suppose then you use now if the lab was done in office, you're going to use the data service. The lab was done in the office, 11, and then you're going to use the procedure code, and then you're going to have whatever the diagnosis pointer is. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Same thing, data service. The radiology was done in the lab. Was done in a doctor's office, but if the doctor has a small X-ray machine or something like that, and the diagnosis pointer. Okay, so you moving over here, you have 24E. You have the diagnosis pointer, 24D for the charges, 24 Z, and that's 24F. It's 24G, H, I, and then J. J is for the, is it rendering doctor or referring? Rendering. Okay, because it's blurred on my screen. Okay, so the rendering doctor, like what doctor did this. Sometimes they may have a practice of multiple physicians, and one doctor may see the patient for one thing, and they may have a doctor in the office to consult or treat the patient the same day for something else. Okay, but they all have the same practice name. Okay, so let's go back up here to 21. This is 21, right? Okay, diagnosis. You see okay, now on the new updated version, this is old, okay? On the new updated version that y'all just read about in the form there, and I think it's 837P, it has 12 spaces for diagnosis codes, okay? This is your older model of your CMS, but it's similar, but it's just more updated. So let's suppose the patient came in for influenza. The second one is streptococcal strep throat. The third one is ear infection. Okay, so you have the first diagnosis code 1 for influenza. Second diagnosis code number 2 for strep throat, streptococcal. Third one is for otitis media for ear infection. So on that first line for that data service, it happened in the office, okay? And it could be 99201, 202, 203. The procedure code goes right here. No modifiers are usually expected with an office visit unless the patient is seen twice in that day. Then you have to use a modifier with that second office visit. We'll talk about that a little later. Okay, so you're going to move it on over here. So that means that 99202, let's just say it was a 99202, it's pretty lengthy with the patient, about 20 minutes. So he saw the patient for diagnosis 1 for influenza, 2, he saw the patient for streptococcus, 3, he saw the patient for otitis media. So on that line, you're going to have 1, 2, 3. Y'all getting that? That means that he saw the patient for all 3 diagnosed issues. Okay? Now, let's just say, for example, we come back to line 2. Same data service. It was done in the office, so place service of what for the office? 11 or 3. Used to be a 3. I don't know, maybe it's changed 3, but 11. Okay, and let's suppose it was a urinalysis. So that urinalysis, and let's suppose line 3 was for gram stain for a strep throat. Okay, because he did a culture of the throat. Okay, so it's going to be 88193 on line 2, and 88194 for line 3. I'm just making up CPT codes. Okay, moving over here. So that strep throat lab culture is for diagnosis 2. So you're going to put diagnosis 2, okay, on line 2. That's it. And you're going to put diagnosis 2 on line 2. That's it. Because those cultures are designated for that particular diagnosis to what? Test for what? Strep throat. So the strep throat was being tested, so the doctor gave a diagnosis for the lab test to be done for a what? Strep throat culture. Okay, and urinalysis. Okay, let's suppose that line 4 was same data service. It was done in the office, 9/11, and he had a chest X-ray. It could be 72145. Okay, and the chest X-ray is going to have diagnosis pointer 1. So radiology code, and you're only going to put 1, and 1 is to check for influenza in the chest. Okay, so that's how you're going to read that, and you'll know once you get a routine of doing billing and coding, you'll know how to point out those diagnosis pointers. Okay, um, now over time, now this right here is what Dr. Smith was talking about right here. What is this box number, y'all? Because I can barely see it. 33. This is what she was talking about. When that lockbox, remember I told you a lockbox is the same as a PO box, right? So it has to have the zip code and it has to have that dash, whatever the last 4 digits are. It's very critical to billing, okay? That's where you put the address because they need to know exactly where that bill is going, okay? All right, and again, you have to put where the service was rendered. So again, it may be in the doctor's office, 2211 Rock Creek Street, Three Brothers Physicians, 3311 Rock Creek Street, Houston, Texas, 77049, okay? Now, or what if he was seeing the patient in the hospital? That may be a 99225, a 99226, okay? Place of service for a hospital is what? Anybody look on the list? Place of service for a hospital is what? Okay, well, he was admitted to the hospital. So inpatient is 21. Thank you, Amy. Yes, it was 21. So good, yes. So let me differentiate. Anytime a patient has been seen in the emergency room for 23 hours or less is considered ER, or 22. Anytime a patient was seen in the hospital for more than 23 hours is considered inpatient because that 24 hours is a day. So he's been put in the hospital for a day. So we got to charge for that bed, we got to charge for that food, we got to charge for that 1 day of whole care.
You say inpatient is 23 hours.
Yeah, inpatient is 21.
Okay.
Emergency room is 23. Outpatient facility is 22. Circle that. Oh, this good, Sarah. I put tahini on everything, honey. I got tahini. When I was teaching at Seguin Elementary, my coworkers, they hooked me up on that tahini. So I've been tahini crazy since 2015.
I'm gonna have to try it because I haven't tried it.
Really? I had to put you some in a napkin or a Ziploc or something, and let you take it home and try it. Girl, I put tahini just about on everything.
Well, yes, that would be good.
Mm-hmm. Tomatoes, avocado. Turn you on, girlfriend. Turn you on. Okay, now, let's suppose the doctor was making rounds at the hospital. Then he saw the patient on a Saturday. Saturday was July, I don't know, 1st. So you're gonna get notification from the hospital to say the doctor was seeing the patient, making his rounds on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And so you're gonna use Saturday's date, July 1st to July 1st. And you're gonna use place of service 21. And you're gonna use the evaluation management code. I'm just saying off the top of my head, 992224. And that's gonna be for $500 for 10 minutes. It gets me every time. I see the doctor say, yeah, you come on, get your $500 work. Come on. Anyway, he's got to get paid for what he does on weekends, or his days off, or his time that he's not in the office, he's making rounds. You got to make sure he charges for his office visits when he's making rounds to see patients. So y'all getting that? Sometimes they do house calls. They do, like they do back in the old days. Sarah, they starting to have traveling physicians now. You can call a physician to come to your house. Yes, ma'am.
Well, you know, I already know that.
Yeah.
I send podiatrists, ophthalmologists, the MD, even a traveling dentist to some of the patients.
They mail out
Yes.
medicines now too. They
Oh,
mail out
yeah, that's
medicines now.
big.
You can't, got a way to come get it, we mail
And I call Express X-ray to do radiology work. And her name is Dee. It's Dee's phlebotomy. She goes out and collects the specimens.
Amazing. Looking like Marcus Welby is making a comeback.
Oh, yes.
Marcus Welby is making a comeback. Okay. And right here, let's suppose you have a multi-practice facility. So again, let me go back. When that doctor is making rounds at the hospital and you use the place of service 21 and that 99224 CPT code and $500 for that, make sure that this box here looks like 32. Make sure it says St. Luke's Hospital or Mark Herman, because you saw the patient where? At the hospital. You have to put what hospital he rendered care at, okay, or he has privileges at, okay? Right here, it has the doctor's name. So if it's a 3-doctor practice, make sure you specify what doctor, okay? So that payment can be pinpointed to the right physician, okay? And remember, here's my favorite box, box 27. What is box 27? Accept assignment. If you don't check yes, what ends up happening to that paycheck from the insurance company?
Mail it to the guy.
Mail it to the patient. Patient gonna get a check in the mail because you did not check yes. And they're gonna say, oh, praise the Lord, I got a blessing. The Lord blessed me. Oh, I got a blessing in the mail. And then they're gonna get a letter telling me, ma'am, that was a mistake. We need you to pay that back. Okay? If they don't pay it back, then their next few claims won't get paid. And the doctor gonna have to start billing them for the services until they get their money back. Okay?
But that will be our fault because we didn't check it.
Because you didn't check. So you're gonna have to work to get that money back. I'll put you on a thing. Your mistake. So you got to clean that up. Clean up on aisle 8, clean up.
That's the first thing I want to do, check.
Check, that's right. If you mess that up, you got to get on the phone, call that patient, and you're gonna have to get that money. You have to work that. I'm so sorry. Okay, ladies, it's 1 o'clock. So we're gonna end the video right there. We'll come back. I'm so sorry it won't show up on this screen. I don't know why. But we'll try to clean it up next time.